We are back with 5 Rangers players that need to be sold / moved on in this January transfer window. Or just in the near future, brother. And we're going to kick off. There's no particular order here, right? But we kind of know who's going to be on this list from, the talk, the comment section, everything. And we're going to go with Scott Wright. This guy, nothing against him personally, great guy, but he's just not the quality. He's a few levels below. I'm sorry to say it, son. I just can't believe there's people out there that would turn their nose up at a Shankland, turn their nose up at a Lewis Ferguson, but Scott Wright's alright. I'm sorry, he's not alright. He's not alright. He's not done really anything for Rangers. I'm sorry, he hasn't. The odd goal here and there, but it's nothing in mega. Like, when you see Celtic, I know everyone's doing this comparison. Hugo starts, they bring on Giamakis. We don't have that. We don't have that. Now, obviously, if Morelos starts, we can bring on Kolak, right? But see, in terms of wide options, Celtic, look at Celtic brought on there, the old firm, Jota. A guy who's fucking on the verge of breaking into the Portuguese team. We have Scott Wright, who shouldn't even be breaking into the Rangers B team, folks. And that's just the sad reality of it. And I don't know how much we'd get for him. I don't think it would be a lot of money, but I think at this point, he's just taking up money. He's taking up a wage and all that good stuff. And coming in next is his wee partner in crime, and that is James Sands. Of course, we did sign him on an 18-month loan, so therefore I wouldn't exactly recommend getting rid of him in this January transfer window, because I think you would have to pay like a fee, wouldn't you? They'd fucking cancel it, which I think would just be stupid. So of course, see the loan out, but 4 million, that is just no way getting signed. I actually thought at points earlier on the season and like last season, he was alright, but looking at it recently, he's been abysmal. It's been nothing short of shite. See that when he came on that old firm, he got the ball in the middle and his arse collapsed. All he had to do was whip a ball into the box. He turns, spends about 20 seconds on the ball, dilly-dallies. See if they scored from that, man. You would not hear the end of it for James Sands. He absolutely sucks, and he has to get moved on, right? He has to get moved on. That brings us to number 3, Robbie Matondo. I'm not saying sell him. I'm saying loan him out. I think this guy has to get loaned out. He has to get took out the firing range, because he's getting pelters left, right, and centre. His confidence is shot. The amount of chances, most notably against Motherwell, like last week, he was getting into so much good positions, making great runs, but the final product, man, it was abysmal. It really was. But he really needs to go on loan and learn, because not everyone hits the ground running, and I feel like in recent memory, the guy is getting absolute more pelters than most people. Lundstrom did a degree last season, but I don't think it was on the same level. Take him out the firing line and send him out on loan, man. Next to sell or move on is Philip Hollander. This guy has been out injured for over a year. Sadly, it actually looks like they are going to rip up his contract. Ideally, I'd like to keep the guy, but it looks like he's literally got a career-ending injury. We're just feeding a guy a wage. Of course, he came in from Bologna. I believe it was Bologna. He'll be on decent wages. We just kind of have to get rid of the guy. When he's fit, when he's not injured, phenomenal player. It would have been great to have seen him not get injured last season, because for obvious reasons, but how he would have featured in the Europa League. And also this season, man, we've needed defenders. With Suter out injured, this guy out injured, we need it in Balogun away. Fuck knows why we get rid of Leon Balogun, I don't know, but I think it's just time to cut ties with Philip Hollander and move on. And that leaves us to the last person on this list, and it is Kemar Roofe. He's too injury prone. He's played, 3 games this season. Last year, when we needed him most, did he step up to the task? No, he didn't. That second half of the season, man, Morelos got injured. We only really had Kemar Roofe. And what did he do? He did absolutely nothing, man. I think he's so overrated. I feel like in the season when we won 55, he was alright. He got a few crucial goals. Remember coming back against 1-0 down against Motherwell. But I feel like, see for the stick Morelos gets, I know you can say, well, Morelos ain't injured, but Roof has done nothing for Rangers. Very overrated, in my opinion. Very overrated. And, like, there's probably people out there that think, oh, keep Roof. And, oh, Shankland's not good enough. Shankland gets you goals. Roof racks up a hospital bill. There's difference. There's levels to this game. But anyway, Kemar Roof is the final person on this list for 5 Rangers players that need to be sold or moved on in this window / soon. But anyway, guys, leave your thoughts down below. And peace.